now for you Star Wars fans. So a new trailer has landed for yet another Disney Plus series. We are on the cusp, at the very edge. As a friend said today, I'm as excited as a teenage girl going to a Justin Bieber concert in the 1990s, or whenever he was performing. Obi-Wan lands any minute now, I think tomorrow, doesn't it? So I'm stupidly excited about that. Really looking forward to it. Really enjoyed the trailer. And so Star Wars, at Star Wars Celebration, have launched the trailer or teaser trailer for Andor. Now, Andor is a show that's part, I think, 5 or 6 years before the events of Rogue One. Rogue One, curious film. Was it the one with Felicity Jones? Rogue One, for me, the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes of Rogue One got me back to the same excitement I got from the original Star Wars films. It kind of ran all the way up to and abutted just up to the beginning, almost sort of airlocked against the beginning of A New Hope, didn't it? So that when Darth Vader came through the door, cue the film. So that got me really excited. I thought they dealt with that really well. I thought the last 10-15 minutes was really good. But I wasn't an enormous fan of the rest of Rogue One, if I'm honest. I wasn't entirely convinced by Diego Luna, who plays Cassian Andor. We've got Stellan Skarsgård in this. We've got Fiona Shaw, Genevieve O'Reilly. There's a lot of storming. There's been a lot of excitement. I think for real purists, Star Wars purists, this is a big deal, this Andor show. But because I wasn't an enormous fan of Rogue One, I haven't been following it as keenly as, say, Obi-Wan. But I'm up to be convinced. I'm up to be, changed and brought over to the bright side, or whatever it is. So let's check it out. This is Andor, and it's a teaser trailer. And yeah, I love Stellan Skarsgård.
They're so proud of themselves, so fat and satisfied.
They're everywhere. They're watching me now.
Soon enough, these days will end. There will be no rules going forward.
Standing up. That's what a reckoning sounds like.
Quite like that. The origins of resistance. The sort of Ready Player One-esque kind of battered, bashed up kind of everyday life. Being controlled, slowly, systematically controlled by the Empire. They were all sipping from their menacing, malevolent-looking coffee cups. Fiona Shaw looks great in there. Skarsgård looking brilliant. A sort of sense of community, a sense of rebellion, a sense of collective kind of struggle and fight. Could we be looking at a more sort of political series, a sort of socio-political uprising context to this, about oppression, about systems of oppression, the autonomous rule and autocracy and dictatorship and the put upon and the oppressed and how they need to fight against things, revolution and all that kind of stuff. I'm up for that. I'm up. I'll have a bit of that. I quite like that. I noticed it was curious though. Diego Luna wasn't particularly up front and centre in that at all, was he? Where was he? He was kind of like there, just a bit, kind of like operating the spaceship. But yeah, no, I'm up for that. That looks really, I think that looks kind of nice. I mean, 12 episodes. My problem with half of these shows is that I just hope they don't go down that route where, because of duration and because of the sheer number and volume of shows, production quality just starts to diminish. I mean, like, I really enjoyed Moon Knight, but there was 1 or 2 episodes in the middle of the Moon Knight series that were just really cheaply and shoddily done. So I hope they don't lose their class or their sort of tightness, because at times I found the Book of Boba Fett was kind of ponderous. It was sort of wandering around, not really knowing what to do with itself. So I'm hoping that with a more collective kind of cast and more characters and more of an epic sense of something going wrong and developing and then fighting against something much bigger, you've got more. Because often, even with the Mandalorian, sometimes I just feel like he's just padding around. He's just wandering around. And the Book of Boba Fett, he was just really just padding around. So I hope they bring some layers to the system and to the kind of politics, the socio-political, economic kind of stuff. I'd be up for that. I'd be up for some kind of complexity to the landscape, obviously, as this is parked before the original 3 films. But yeah, what do you think, guys?